In true Jill and Cody fashion, our room is a mess after 5 days. We leave tomorrow to go to our 38th country. Yesterday, Iona Beach was very amazing. I mean, it was one of those things that I'm glad we did. There's so much to do in Phuket, but today we kind of want to take you into the places that we've been going to, not on camera, not those really special places, but the places that we've enjoyed with our time here.
Yes. More.
So first and foremost is the place that we're staying. I did mention day one that we're staying here free on points, which is loyalty, because with Marriott, it's one of those places we actually both used to work there. So we've always stayed at Marriott's. We've always kind of wanted to stay at Marriott's because they're beautiful. We could have chosen an Airbnb and some other places to make it feel a little bit more local, but after our travels, this is kind of something that we just needed. So we hung out at the pool, which is over there. We won't really show you. We did go swimming. It goes all the way that way. We'll maybe show you the lobby, which I think they saw actually. But we're gonna head to the beach and show you the kind of the spots that we went for breakfast. Just some of those places that we enjoyed. The places that we stay, I do a lot of research on what is available in those locations. And with that, the gym here wasn't 100% up to par with what Jill likes, right, babe? There's actually a beach club. It's gonna be really loud when we walk past there, but this beach club, one of the things we kind of asked when we got here was how much the beach club was. It's actually free to get in, you just need to buy something. And it was one of the nicest like little beach clubs on the beach, and nobody was there. I mean, I don't know club vibes and all that, but as far as when we walk over there, it was really nice. They had some dancers there yesterday before it started pouring on us. But this is kind of our main way to get out to the beach area. They had some pool things here, but as the music gets louder, we're gonna go right to the beach. All right, so the first place, once we hit the beach area, we're gonna show you the gym. So Jill's gonna kind of say the things about the gym when we get there, but you head out the resort, take a left, and then we're gonna head to the left again. There's actually two places that are over there that we liked. We're gonna show you both of those, because we're very into like health, wellness. We're not the party nightclub people. We like our massages. And the last time we were here in 2023 on a cruise, I noticed one thing down the street as we were headed back to the ship that I was like, if we come back to Thailand, I'm gonna seek this out, or we're gonna do it more than once. So we've done it every single day. And I would say we did a variation of 3 different places. One of them was our favorite. Actually haven't even been over here after 11 o'clock, so it's a lot busier now than what we experience headed to the gym in the morning.
So the gym is right over here, but the entrance is on the other side. So this was nice. The one morning it was raining. It's covered.
That was a lot.
That actually scared the bejesus out of me. So, welcome to Maximum Fitness. We got a 3-day pass that you can use over a week. So you didn't have to use it 3 consecutive days, which was nice. So you go in here, you check in, you just show them your pass that you took a screenshot of, and you get to work out. The nice thing about this place is it had full functioning gym. It had a full glute room, which if you know me, you can appreciate. Hey. But from everything from even a standing hip thrust, which is super uncommon, pendulum squat, vertical leg press, had all the goodies, squat racks, Smith rack, cables, all that. So lots of stuff. The only thing I would say it didn't have a lot of, it only had 1 stair mill and it was broken. Sad face. But
I would say the pricing here was not cheap, but not overly expensive. I think for 2-day passes for each of us, it was like $75.
3-day passes.
3-day passes. So 2 3-day passes was $70. But it does have very nice facilities in there. The next place that we're going to show you, based off of the things that I kind of sought out, was cheap foot massages. Now, I don't want to exploit the Thai people or anything like that, but when I was here, I wanted to kind of find at least one expensive place, one cheap place, find out if there was any difference between the quality of actual massages. So we're going to take you to the place, which conveniently enough is actually located really close to here, because we walked all the way around the entire like main area to find a foot massage. So our favorite place It's actually through here and then to the left. Down this street, and it's not the first one, it's right here. So we picked this place because it had the lowest prices, but after being here 3 times, they had the best service.
Yes.
They had the best masseuses.
She was my favorite.
So
she actually did mine.
she was the best. And my guy that was in there, I don't know where he went, but he was really good as well. So this place, we loved it.
To breakfast.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. I will say the foot massages there were great. It wasn't like the highest end building, but the way that they treated their customers
So good.
was impeccable. So that was the spot that we chose for our favorite one. Again, we went there 3 times. My guy was great. Her girl was her girl. Yeah, her girl was. I mean, you had her, so.
She had great service, great pressure, very professional, felt really good. I even went in with a little bit of a headache today. She knocked it right out. So I really, really liked her.
But yeah, it's not even really close to like the city center and the main Lake Patong area. This is like the very edge of everything that you do, because you can see like the resorts that are over there. So we kind of just walked around, looked for literally the lowest price massage. It was 150 Thai baht, which is like $4.50. So when we got our massages there, we always tipped, and then we're leaving tomorrow, so we actually tipped a really big amount today, probably quadruple what the cost actually was, just to give our gratitude and our thanks.
And they gave us big hugs because they were completely shocked. But I will say too that while we were kind of doing an experiment with the 3 different places at different price points to see if there was any differences, we actually didn't really find a big difference between paying a little bit more and paying a little bit less. So we can just definitely say, just find a place that looks inviting to you and go for it, because they're all great.
So now we are actually back around the corner. We're in front of the beach club as well. We're gonna go to some of the places that we ate. We didn't really look online for any recommendations. We just kind of walked this strip and chose what looked best to us. So we kind of picked one that looked very local, so not like super fancy. We also picked some fancy places, and we also had some coffee places. So those are just gonna be the spots that we kind of show you briefly.
And very unlike Jill fashion, I did not do my research on Instagram and find these places. So like you said, we just organically found them and had some really great success with these places.
Before we stop at our first place, one of the things that we didn't do this entire time we were here was actually go to the beach, which seems very unlike us.
It does.
This is the second place that we stopped at for dinner. They had some really good seafood. I would say it was one of those places that as soon as we walked in, all the tables like filled up. But I would say it was really good.
Yeah, I had a full sea bass, which they cooked to order for me because I didn't want any oil or butter. So had a really great service. The fish was delicious. Cody had a few more traditional Thai dishes as well, but everything was super fresh, as you can see. Got some live guys here.
Yeah, I really like this place. I think one of the next places that we're headed towards is actually a coffee shop. I didn't realize it when we went there, but they actually are part of a resort. But I'm not gonna lie, their breakfast, which I had this morning, and their coffee was delicious. They have a whole like coffee experience too.
Yes. I even sprung for a fancy coffee. I said I even sprung for a like fancy coffee, which I never do. But I got an espresso with a matcha topping on it, and it was fantastic as well.
Just kidding. It was actually the next place that we ate was at OG. It was really good. You don't remember that we ate here?
No.
I got a Coke Zero and I got 2 dishes. You got your soup, you got your salad.
I need to look at their menu.
I can't believe she forgot that we ate here. You really don't remember eating here?
No.
Does the menu ring a bell?
No.
I remember it.
I do too now, because they didn't have coffee, remember?
Possibly. No, that was the other place.
Yeah, but they didn't have decaf. That's what it was.
That's what it was. But yeah.
But I didn't eat. That's why it was not memorable for me.
The atmosphere was good as well, so it was one of the, I feel like, the higher end places.
All right, and this is definitely one of the most aesthetically pleasing places we went to. Cody had breakfast here, but we both had coffee here. I even sprung for a specialty coffee, which I never do. But this is called the Hernand Coffee and Bistro. It is part of a resort, which we didn't know. We tend not to do that. We like to be a little bit more local, but this place was totally worth it.
We're probably gonna go inside and do a little quick little tour of everything. But yeah, this is like our favorite coffee place. The things that they had here were extensive. So they have a full-on like bar that's over there as well. There's a coffee experience that we didn't do right there, but the coffee here was amazing.
Amazing. I got this one, espresso with matcha.
And we also did order breakfast here. I did the Eggs Benedict, which is right here on this guy as well. It was very good. I tend to over-order things, but it was delicious. Thank you. So the Hern, it was one of the more upscale places, but we definitely loved it. And I know there's about 2 or 3 other places. One of the ones that I feel like their storefront isn't the most like open or inviting or noticeable, but they actually had some of the best food that I had in the 5 days that we were here. So,
and I would say some of the best service. It started pouring while we were in there, and what I assume is the manager was like, let me treat you to free coffee, free beverage, free anything. You're clearly not going outside anytime soon. Here's some little desserts from the chef. Like, he was just very, very friendly. So
we'll show you that place next. All right, so as you're just kind of walking along, you'll pass the McDonald's, and if you blink, you might miss the entrance to this location. So I'm gonna walk past it right now and see if you kind of even notice it. But it was very aesthetically pleasing, but right behind me is the summer Seaside Restaurant. So this is where we ate last night. They actually don't look like they're that big just from the outside, but if you go inside, like you go all the way up the stairs, you have this entire place. And he remembers us from last night, don't you?
The weather is better than other days.
It is a little bit better. We're gonna get that free drink. No, just kidding.
That's what I mean. Tonight you cannot refuse my limoncello.
But yeah, like this was the place that we went to yesterday. That gentleman was amazing. So yeah, thank you.
don't judge a book by its cover, because clearly it doesn't look like a whole lot from the bottom, but you go in and it's a great experience. Great atmosphere, great people, great food. Don't miss that one.
We're kind of coming up on, I would say, the street that we did the other foot massages. We're going to go down there because I'm not going to say which one it was. But down that street was where we did the more expensive of our 3 foot massages. Weren't impressed, but when it comes to like foot massages, we both agreed that it comes down to the masseuse. So you could have a great masseuse at a really, place that doesn't look like it's amazing, and you can have an amazing place with terrible masseuses and charge way more. So the one that we went to is still our favorite. This is also a spot that Jill loves. It's right here, Roxanne. Why'd you like this so much?
First of all, it has neon lights and vines. Second of all, it has a great breakfast selection. So Cody actually had a great breakfast, and I actually ordered 2 meals for 2 days in a row. I got some grilled prawn, as they grilled it without oil and butter, and then I got an ahi tuna salad, which they also custom made for me, and I took them to go. So I kind of used that to do my meal planning, and it was delicious.
I think the lights and the things right there is what she's talking about. But this was one of the other places. I think there's one last place. It was the very first night that we ate here. We'll go to very briefly, but this is kind of their menu at Roxan's. It's big. Pause it if you want to read that. So this is the first place that we ate when we got here. I ate here. I don't know if Jill did, but it was the May Mai. We sat at that table right back there. I don't think Jill remembers this. No, which is okay, but we ate here first night. I ordered like 2 different dishes. Again, 2 things was a little bit too much for me. I ate it all, but this was one of those spots where it didn't look like much, but the food was actually really good. I think I scarfed it down really fast. So that was kind of the last spot that we ate while we were here, other than the beach day and everything else. I feel like Thailand was a success. This place has created a new list in my head. Do you have any idea what that list is?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But
So Thailand, if it's not just Phuket, but all of Thailand, I'm starting it out at the month list. We're gonna have to come back here for an entire month because even 5 days here is just not enough. So, you know, with our travels, we're gonna come back here maybe after the 100th country or maybe after the 100th cruise, but to experience everything that Thailand has can't be done. We didn't even go to any of the nature spots that we were talking about. So Thailand will be back.
For sure. And I like that idea. I like the month idea because it really allows you some time to immerse and feel like you're actually living in the culture versus visiting. I like it. I like this list. I would say there's definitely, like he said, some landscape type things that we could have done, but it would have taken so much time and dedication out of the very limited time we had. We just couldn't do that. So if we had a month, we'd be able to set aside time to plan and go to some of these nature spots.
But that pretty much does it for Thailand. Tomorrow we have to get up very early and head to country number 38.
I'm very excited for country 38.
And we don't even have our visas yet, so that's gonna be interesting.
We've applied, we just haven't gotten the approval email. Fingers crossed.